Das Militär hat es verloren! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Hey! In Stalin! Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Niederträchtiger, treuloser Feigling! Bist ein Feiglinge! Verräter, Versager! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Hey!
I'm Oscar Lopez, and my team and I will talk about Adolf Hitler. Who was Adolf Hitler? Well, Adolf Hitler was a German politician and the leader of the Nazi Party. He rose to Chancellor and then as a Führer from Germany. But what did Adolf Hitler do? He initiated World War II, one of the most important wars in the history in Europe, by invading Poland. On September 1st, 1939, he was closely involved in military operations throughout the war and was central to the preparation for the Holocaust. That's all for my part. Let's see what happens with my other friends.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Hernandez, and my friend Arturo already mentioned you who Hitler was, but I'm gonna tell you a bit more about him and his Nazi Party. Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, forerunner of the Nazi Party, in 1919 and became its leader in 1921. In 1923, after the announcement at the Burger brewery in Munich, Hitler attempted to seize power through a failed coup d'état by the one who was sentenced to 5 years in prison. During his stay in prison, he wrote the first part of his book, My Fight, in German, Mein Kampf, in which he exposes his ideology along with autobiographical elements. Released 8 months later, in 1924, Hitler garnered growing popular support through the exaltation of Pangerism, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism, drawing on his oratorical talent, supported by efficient Nazi propaganda and symbolic Latin mass concentrations. He was appointed Reichskanzler in January 1933, and a year later, on the death of President Paul von Hindenburg, he proclaimed himself Führer und Reichskanzler, thus assuming supreme command of the German state. He transformed the Weimar Republic into the Third Reich and ruled with a single party based on totalitarianism and autocracy of the Nazi ideology. Hitler's objective was to establish a new order based on absolute hegemony of Nazi Germany on the European continent.
Hello, my name is Gael Ochoa, and today I will tell you about Hitler's involvement in the First World War. Let's go. Hitler in 1940 was given the message that he must take part in the war to protect his country. Okay, and he obviously would not want it, as it gave him a little fear. After that, he was convinced to enlist in the war. He joined with Austria-Hungary. Hitler did not participate in many fights, important fights, really. In 1918, near the end of the war, the city was bombing and Hitler was about to die at the hands of a British soldier. In the end, the soldier sympathized with him and did not kill him. And so was the Hitler's participation in the First War.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Eduardo Peña Fonseca. The words that we never touched are weird and the why, and theme that touches me is the life of Hitler but in his last stage. Let's start. Where, where did the last battle of the Second World War take place? In Berlin. The Soviets had arrived in Berlin when Hitler's defenses were very low. They lost the battle. Why? Why did Hitler commit suicide? Suicide? Because they were losing the war, they reached them on the both fronts, and the cold no longer stop them. After his death, he was burned so that he could not feel his body and display it in a museum. Thank you.
Hitler was born on April 20, 1889 in Berlin, Germany. Finally, Hitler died on April 30, 1945 in Berlin, Germany, victim of suicide.